Replacing your classroom salary is not a case of just teaching more, working with more students, working longer hours, building a side hustle. Replacing your classroom salary comes down to this: launching an online tutoring business with the right pricing model and architecture. But so many teachers start tutoring online and make so many mistakes. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to price your online tutoring services as a teacher to replace your classroom salary fast, the exact pitfalls to avoid and what you should do. And by the end of this video, you'll see how simple it is to replace a classroom salary as a teacher wanting to tutor online. More impact, more time freedom, and more income. So let's jump in. Firstly, here's the problem. The online tutoring space is booming, which means more competition, but it also means there's more demand. And so a lot of teachers don't struggle to build their business online because there's not the students there. There is. But they struggle to build a tutoring business that replaces a classroom salary because you just get the pricing structure all wrong in the business. So what generally happens is teachers will either tutor one-on-one, they'll charge by the hour, therefore they sell their time, which means they've got no margins, no room to scale. They're simply trying to build the business linearly. Okay, which means more students, more time. Now, if you think about it, if you're a classroom teacher, there's only so many hours that you can teach students, right? You're going to finish school, you've got to get home, you've probably got to commute. Then there's going to be a few hours in the evening where you can teach students. Plus, you've got to try and speak to new students to build your business. So you're immediately capping the amount of students that you can serve and teach. You've basically got a ceiling on the business if you teach students one-on-one and you charge by the hour. So you're simply just stuck in that trading time for money trap, which is what most teachers are trying to escape by getting out the classroom grind and actually building a business. So here's why charging one-on-one by the hour just does not work. And even if you're charging monthly subscriptions as an online tutor, just charging students by the month and doing it that way, then, it's struggle to actually retain and keep the students, because every month the parents and the students have got a bill on their bank statement that's coming out, and tutoring might be seen as a luxury in the household, so they cancel it and students don't stick. Okay, so let's do some simple math breakdown.
Hey, quick break, and this is important. If you're a classroom teacher who wants more freedom, an online tutor who's tired of trading time for money online, or if you've got a tutoring business and you're wanting to scale it predictably without burning out, I created this channel for you. Now, every single week, I release detailed trainings, just like this one, around the most up-to-date strategies that we're teaching to our clients right now. Trainings around attracting better students, getting your students better results, how to sell your services at higher rates, hiring team members, and really just building a tutoring business that you're in control of. And I know if you've watched this far into the video, you're not someone that's okay with just being stuck where you are. So if you can do me a quick favor, just hit the like button on the video, hit subscribe, not just so that you can see the next video, but so that I can continue to create these and we can build a movement of teachers and tutors that are regaining control, having more impact, and earning more income. Plus, it really does help the channel reach more teachers and tutors who need to see this. That's it. Just hit like, hit subscribe, do us a great favor. We'll get back to the video now.
If I was teaching online and I was charging $50 or £50 per hour, right? And let's say that I taught 4 hours per day. This would be on top of my classroom salary, and I did that 5 days a week. Okay, so let's do the math. 50 times 4 equals 200 a day. All right, you might think that's not bad. Now, if I times that by 5, I did that 5 times a week, there's $1,000. Now, if I times that by 4, let's say there's 4-ish weeks in a month, right? There's $4,000. Okay, now if I times that by 12, there's 48 grand. So in the United States, that's barely scratching the surface on the average teacher salary. Okay, now if we were to think about that model, 20 hours of actual tutoring, then that's pretty much the maximum that you can get to, because you've sold your time, you're teaching students one-on-one, you don't have time to focus on other areas of the business like bringing in new students. I haven't even factored in things like cancellations, reschedules, tax, other costs in there, okay? And other reasons why students might not turn up to sessions, okay? Also retention, okay? So you've basically built just glorified job that barely scratches the surface on replacing the classroom salary. So instead of charging by the hour and teaching students one-on-one and selling your time and having to settle for all of these cancellations and reschedules and competing with everybody else out there on price, just like a local gym on the high street. A local gym in a busy city is really just trying to market themselves by which gym is the cheapest, okay? And so they try and get clients like that, okay? And this is what a lot of tutors and teachers struggle with, because it's just simply a race to the bottom who can charge the most competitive rate per hour. And so when you do that, the parents are making decisions based on the cost of the tutoring per hour and comparing you against other people rather than who's going to get the best results for my child, which is ultimately what's the most important thing here. So to escape this and not fall into that trap, here's the shift that you need to make.
Guys, quick interrupt. I hope you're enjoying the video, but I wanted to make sure you picked up your copy of Teaching on Your Own Terms. It's my best-selling book, and it shares with you the exact 5 steps that I've used with over 2,000 teachers at this point, helping them build their dream online teaching businesses. It went to bestseller in 7 categories. It's been featured by NASDAQ in Times Square, New York City. And I know you're going to love it. Inside of the book, you're going to learn things like how to position yourself as the go-to tutor in the marketplace and the offer that you can create to get your ideal students reaching out and how to communicate that. I'll share with you what I've seen as the best advertising strategies to get in front of new students and parents who want what you've got, how to sell your services, and everything you actually need to include in an online group tutoring business to make sure your students crush it and get great results. There's some free gifts and bonuses in there. I think in the first couple of pages, there's a link. You can go and grab some free gifts on me, but I know you're going to love it. Teaching on Your Own Terms. I'll leave a link down below in the comments and go and pick up your copy today.
So firstly, instead of selling by the hour and one-on-one, you need to sell a 12-week transformation. So instead of a £50 per hour or $50 per hour for maths tutoring, actually it's a 12-week jump grades by 2 transformation program that the students and the parents are signing up for. Now, what this does is it creates a complete shift where you can now charge by the result. Okay, so this makes it a lot simpler to replace a classroom salary. And I'm going to break the math down in just a second, because now parents and students are interested and intrigued, and they've got more desire because they want to achieve the result that you're promising rather than just selling tutoring. You're selling a jump 2 grades in reading program or something like that, right? Now, if we break down the math on this, obviously the model as well doesn't just go to how you're charging up front. And the reason why that 12-week cycle works as well, by the way, everybody can commit to like 90 days or so forth. Studies show it, studies back it up. Plus, if you think about extracurricular clubs in a school, what do? They charge by the semester or by the term. I send my daughter to basketball club. They invoice me for the entire term. It's in a group. This means I don't have to deal with reschedules, cancellations. If my daughter's sick one week, it doesn't matter. I've still already paid for the session up front. I can't reschedule it. Whereas one-on-one tutoring, absolutely, the parents and the students are going to cancel it. They're going to go on holiday. They're going to reschedule. And so you have to deal with all of that. So now you've switched to a 12-week transformation model, and you're only going to teach students in groups. Obviously, what you're going to earn per hour is going to increase dramatically. Plus, you're going to be able to impact more students in way less time. And here's how it works. So how I'm going to price this is somewhere between the region of $1,000 to $3,000 or pounds based on what it is you're teaching. The subject niche does come into it. The age of the students comes into it as well. Now, if you don't have much sales experience, you don't really have any student testimonials, you might get your first batch of 10 students at a little bit of a lower rate, 500 or 750 for a 12-week sign up. Get some testimonials, get some results, validate your teaching methods, and then increase your price from there. But once you've done that and you've validated what you do works and that you can sell, now you're going to land in a sweet spot of $1,000 to $3,000 per student per 12 weeks. So let's now do some math here. So if I wanted to replace the average classroom salary, okay, of let's use the same math of 48,000. If I'm going to divide that and I'm charging, let's say 1,200 per 12 weeks, that's 40 students, okay, across the entire year. That's all I need to enroll. But you don't need to just enroll 40 students. That might seem a lot to you. Let's divide that by 12. All I need is about 3 to 4 students per month. That's it. That's all I need to sign up. Now, that's then presuming that you don't get better at marketing, that you don't get sales, that you don't retain students. And so now it's a simple case of just mastering a few different things, okay? Because you can't just raise the price. There's a few things that you need to master in order to charge a higher price point. So let's walk through what those things are right now. So in order to charge a higher price point, all you need to do is to niche down and start to target one specific student who wants to achieve one specific result, a tangible result that is going to create desire when you start to market, something that you can go out into the marketplace and immediately be seen as the chiropractor or the brain surgeon for this type of student. Let me give you an example. If I'm going to speak to first, second, or third grade students who want to learn how to read, I'm going to help them jump 2 reading levels in the next 12 weeks. Okay. Now I'm making a promise based on a tangible result that I can measure. Okay. So this is the first thing that you need to do. The second thing is to obviously start selling in small groups of 5 to 10 students. You're probably going to work with 5 students to get some initial experience. Then also, it's not just one tutoring lesson a week. You need to build a structured curriculum so that you can refer students to a curriculum that's self-paced away from your tutoring lessons. This is going to help you warrant the price point. You're going to need to have some form of parent or student community based on the age of the student. It might be for the students, if they're older students, or for the parents, where you can educate them, where you can nurture them, where you can build this hub of people who value more than just what's going on in the tutoring lesson. Okay. Plus, as I said, the model is going to be 12 weeks. So now, with us promising a result, us standing out inside of the marketplace, us getting good at delivering to students in groups and providing the extra support away from the lessons, building a community, the price point and the investment that you're charging is no longer anchored to the hour of tutoring. It's anchored to a result over a set period of time. Okay. And so a lot of teachers out there say, how on earth are parents and students willing to pay this much for tutoring? And it's simply because you're presenting what it is you do for students in the wrong way. So of course, then how you deliver to students needs to shift as well. You do need to have extra support in lessons. So because you're charging a higher price point, you can hire help. You can hire a teaching assistant. You can hire other tutors to help you so that you don't get stuck in the delivery as well. So what you can end up running is 1 to 2 group classes per week, an office hours session as well, if you'd like to, whether you can refer students to perhaps who are falling behind and therefore you can get in front of them more frequently. And this is very leveraged. It's very scalable because you're not just adding in more hours for every student. You're creating a set time where the students who need to catch up can come into this 1 hour office hours or Q&A or homework club once per week. If you get in front of your students more, are you going to help them get better results? Yes. Are you providing more value, more support so the parents and students value it? Absolutely. Okay. So your delivery has to change as well. Okay. Now, the reason why this works also is because if students are signing up for a longer period of time, you've got more committed students, okay, because they're locked in, they're signing up, there's more skin in the game, you've got better cash flow into the business so that you can continue to pour into advertising, to market and grow and keep those student enrollments coming in. Also, with the better margins, it simply means that you've got the ability to hire help. So it's not just going to be you. And this is the key determining factor between building a business and scaling it linearly versus exponentially. If you can hire help, a team is going to go way further than you on your own. Okay. So you probably heard the saying, if you go on your own, you go fast. If you go together, you can go far. And teaching is all about impact, right? And so the way to create more impact is to go far. So your business has got to have the margins. Otherwise you get stuck doing all the admin, all of the enrollments, all of the marketing, all of the teaching, the fulfillment, the curriculum design, everything. Okay. So running this model is a much simpler, much faster way to get online tutoring students to sign up. So just remember the key mistakes as we wrap this up. 1, don't charge by the hour, charge by a 12-week transformation. Don't sell one-on-one because you're selling your time building a glorified job, selling groups. Okay. Make sure you're targeting one specific student so that you can actually attract students that can be grouped together, got the same problems, same goals, same desires, so you can group them. Okay. Price points, then you're going to be charging, once you've got results, once you've got testimonials, anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 and beyond based on your confidence in how you sell. Okay. Plus, don't just raise the rates You can't just charge more. Your delivery has to back it up. Because you're charging more, you can add more value, you can have more support with teaching assistants in there, you can build some sort of structured curriculum. You're going to have 1 to 2 live lessons a week, a catch-up class, and a community. Now, when you package your entire tutoring offer like this, it's really just a case of learning how to generate demand. When we live in a world where online tutoring is booming, the demand piece is easy. The only thing is most teachers don't know how to market. They've got the teaching skill set, but they don't know how to market and how to sell. So if you want to get our help, now that you've seen how you can replace your classroom salary, mapping this all out and have us show you how to enroll your dream students, this is exactly what we can help with. We can help you build the exact framework, just like we've done for over 3,000 teachers now. So what I'll do, I'll leave a link down below this video where you can schedule in a call with our team and we'll map out what it would look like for you to replace your classroom salary. So go ahead, find the link down below. And then once you've done that, hit the like, hit subscribe wherever you're watching or listening to this. And I'll see you in the next video.